To be a traveler making one's way to Lanao del Norte is to be an explorer discovering a hidden gem. Pinching oneself because of one's unbelievable love at finding an endless supply of beauty and bounty that finds it no hard task to stun and wow. Without a doubt, an act of discovery is to be made in the journey of plains and blue skies, ferries and the ocean air, cars and the passage through sleepy, quiet towns and glistening green rice paddies. For at the end of it all is a bustling province full to the brim with progress, potential, and people who make the improvement of their home their life's mission. Meet Lanao del Norte, a province of 22 municipalities working on the same goal, to bring about a healthy dose of development using the same humble hands that keep the cogs turning for the quaint towns of municipalities. With its friendly inhabitants, its corner bakeries, and its pool halls filled with rosters of characters. These towns define the people of Lanao del Norte as lords and masters of balance, continually keeping progress and cultural rootedness on even ends of the scale, and making them work hand in hand. And perhaps the best time to witness this modern-day balancing act is none other than the provincial-wide festival, Araw ng Lanao del Norte. Lanao del Norte is the kind of place where people never fail to take things a step further. The Araw ng Lanao del Norte, or Day of Lanao del Norte, is a celebration whose grandeur finds 24 hours to be way too short. Instead, the refreshing red and yellow markers of the Araw ng Lanao del Norte, or what the locals call bantings, valiantly wave and whip through the air for 17 days. A sign for all to see and heed that a feast is ongoing and the welcome is extended to all. Themed, mapadayunong kalinaw ug panaghiusa tulay sa malahutayong kalambuan, or in a rough translation of Lanao del Norte's melodic dialect, continuous peace and unity as the bridge to success. The festival features all that is good and great about this northern province of Mindanao, a set of highlights that lasts 2 weeks and more. It is Lanao del Norte in a metaphorical nutshell, the land of beauty and bounty. As with all things, there is a reason why Lanao del Norte has earned the pseudonym, the land of beauty and bounty. As one might probably guess, it has everything to do with that little thing they call nature. Lanao del Norte is a province of close ties with the environment, and an even closer understanding of how best to work with the environment to amplify its scores of gifts. Its people are nature lovers to the bone, just as the Araw ng Lanao del Norte's Environment Day marks them to be. Obvious to anyone and everyone, the people's intimate relationship with their caves, fields, mountains, and waterfalls was written all over the festivities, in a truly exemplary display of mutual love and respect. The Environment Day, held at the municipality of Kapatagan's Cathedral Falls, was a celebration set to the sound of rushing water, a fitting echo communicating the continuing power of nature, as honored guests and the Miss Lanao del Norte candidates took the stage. The setting, so named for the cathedral-like rock formations that give the place an aura of peace and a rush of reverence, was as much a symbolic manifestation of the role of nature as provider. as the tree planting that took place was a symbol of the people's joy and gratitude at the richness of their land. The tree planting was a time of new seeds taking root in a palpable spirit of joy and hope that was as green and fresh as the lush forestry surrounding the Cathedral Falls. A trip to the province's multiple natural attractions will tell you every day is Environment Day in Lanao Del Norte. The commitment of the people of Lanao Del Norte have towards their environment isn't just a one-day thing, as the untouched recesses of Mighty Cave Park will prove. Located in the heart of the town of Tagoloan, the Mighty Cave Park is a portal to a realm defined by cool air, moist karst rock formations, and the constant fluttering of wings. It is unmistakable upon entering that one is but a guest of the fruit bats that have made the cavernous rock formation their humble abode. Indeed, walking through the cave is a first-hand experience into the world of bats, with their answering calls creating a resonant wall of sound above, and guano gently cushioning one's footsteps below. Shrouded in darkness, a flashlight is one's best friend, the better to see the cave's 4 chambers and its majestic center head with. Considered a cave to be of geological, ecological, and economic significance to the province, Mighty Cave and its surrounding forest, populated by a profusion of diverse flora and fauna, is a prime manifestation of the province's key values. Before its potential for tourism, the cave is first and foremost prized for its abundant guano deposits and their contribution to local agriculture. Another example of exactly how much the province cherishes its natural wonders is Cathedral Falls in the town of Linamon. Hemmed in by slopes of trees, it is Lanao Del Norte's best-kept secret, a waterfall true to the origin of its name, Tago, meaning hidden. 420 feet of foaming white water that hurtles downwards to kiss the waiting lake's surface make Cathedral Falls one of the country's most beautiful waterfalls, and one of Lanao Del Norte's many sources of pride and joy. As breathtaking as Lanao Del Norte's surroundings are, its landscapes and vistas are equaled easily by its people's enterprising spirit and hard-working hands. It is a place where the wonders of nature run right alongside the wonders of human achievement, weaved together in a marriage of fortune and ingenuity that is perfectly showcased by the Araw ng Lanao Del Norte's Agri-Aqua, Livestock, and Otop Fair, arranged in neat rows at the Mindanao Civic Center, Agora. 22 nipa huts housing singular delicacies and products from each municipality were dolled up and outfitted to give visitors a multi-sensory taste of Lanao Del Norte. One Town, One Product, or Otop, was a chance for each municipality to show their best on a platform big enough to boost trade, cultural awareness, and provincial pride. As the Otop Fair shows, Lanao Del Norte is a place where people work hard at honing their craft, driven by the kind of passion that can sustain even the most complex of livelihoods. Case in point is the province's thriving marine culture industry. Mounted with the introduction of the most up-to-date technology, the assistance of international experts, and the community's immeasurable effort and patience, today, Lanao Del Norte has the honor of having 2 mariculture aquatourism projects to be proud of: Colambugan's high-value fish cages of Lapu-Lapu, and Sultan Naga de Maporo's 172 hectares of fish cages that house milkfish in all stages of life. For 4 to 6 months, these marine culture parks are a sanctuary for freshwater fish, a nursery for them to grow in an environment of prime condition for their health, and for a harvest abundant enough to put Lanao del Norte on the map. Aimed to be a project guaranteeing the livelihood of the province's fishermen, it is another testimony of the people's relationship with their environment. Another fruit of this relationship is Sultan Naga Dimaporo's Milk and Cheese Factory, the Lanao Foundation Dairy Processing Plant in the town of Bangaan. Though they keep their hearts humble and their feet pressed firmly to the ground, the people of Bangaan have come a long way from milking cows with only their hands and their buckets in tow. The dairy processing plant is a set of farms for the raw production of dairy, and for helping it along its way to becoming the milk and cheddar cheese that everyone knows and loves. From herding the cows to sterilizing and flavoring the milk to aging the cheese, Bangaan is where it is all happening. Staying true to its name of being the motocross capital of Asia, Lanao del Norte puts its state-of-the-art motocross arena to the test, with events that would satisfy even the most intense of adrenaline junkies. Motorcycle tracks were engraved onto the Mindanao Convention Center's motocross field after days of activities that included a freestyle competition and an international motocross competition. Motocross lovers from all over the world trooped over to Lanao del Norte to have the rides of their lives, with the sole intention of keeping everyone on the edges of their seats. Lanao del Norte is a province in love, the object of its affection being none other than the game of tennis. Top-notch tennis players were flown in from all over the Philippines to do what they do best: wow the crowd with their expert rendition of a pastime that is quickly becoming popular in the province's many municipalities. They call themselves Y4D, Youth for Development, a group of young individuals who believe that peace is the way to progress, with the same fervor with which they believe in rock and roll. Youth Day brought a happy hubbub to the Mindanao Civic Center Agora, with its cheer dance competition, hip-hop competition, its Battle of the Bands, and other events that let the youth challenge and enjoy themselves to their heart's content. The center's sprawling lawns became stomping grounds for the youth that carried their feet along paved roads and lifted their banners in a procession for peace that ended at the Mindanao Civic Center's rotunda. Pinpricks of light illuminated the inky black sky as one by one, candlelight was passed on from one to the next, a physical manifestation of their collective dream of cooperation and communication for their province. If the Araw ng Lanao del Norte is the province in a nutshell, then Kapatagan can best be likened to a diorama, a complete and comprehensive microcosm of the province of Lanao del Norte. Kapatagan, a place that derives its name from the Visayan word for plain, Patag, is considered the provincial Tabuan, or the center of trade and commerce, because of its location at the junction of Cotabato and Zamboanga. After the sun rises on the way to its summit, and all the morning routines are observed and respected, a normal day in Kapatagan begins with coffee at the marketplace. With a steaming cup of simple sweet coffee laced with shy hints of condensed milk, and a plate of the local rice delicacy puto maya, the people of Kapatagan arm themselves for the day that will be. It is a ritual practiced with the casual devotion of kissing one's loved ones before stepping out the door, serving the purpose of bringing people together and reminding them of the people they are. Called endearingly by some as Kahumayan, another Visayan word for rice fields, Kapatagan is a place where rice is life. Its industrious farmers are producers of numerous varieties of rice, which are made all the more special by the environment-friendly methods that work behind them. Kapatagan is home to collections of farmers in the practice of organic farming. These are efforts all made with the desire to harvest rice that will make Kapatagan proud and make its name ring forever true. Undoubtedly, Kapatagan is a municipality where roots and their worth are valued greatly, from rice fields to lampakanay weeds. Kapatagan's hidden gem, lampakanay, is a thin, firm weed, strong enough to build baskets, chairs, tables, and all kinds of furniture. The weeds are woven in a process the locals call nagkakaratel, and are used by furniture makers from Cebu to make functional works of art for the modern home. Completing the set of Kapatagan's natural resources from land to water is the town of Tagitik, the town that marks Kapatagan as a key producer of crabs and shrimp. Using the bandong, a long thin boat of wood, as the main form of transportation, the fishermen of Kapatagan voyage the calm waters of Pangil Bay to harvest the kinds of crabs and shrimps people in the city salivate over, not having the fortune of having them in their backyard as the people of Kapatagan do. Just as a mini version of Lanao Del Norte should be, the pace of development in Kapatagan is on fast forward, thanks to its natural tourist attractions such as Cathedral Falls, its many products cultivated by the people's hard-working hands, and its accomplishments in infrastructure such as hospitals and housing services. Not far behind the pace of development, though, is the pace of peace towards unity. Surrounded by residential homes and lush greenery that lend the environment a calming coziness, the Lanao Kalilintad Integrated Peace School is a place where hope begins and thrives. Established in 2009 through the initiatives of parents and teachers, the school was built with a sole vision: to build a peace community whose goodwill is infectious enough to have the power to unite. Today, the Peace School stands strong with a diverse set of students from different religious denominations. This is Kapatagan, a beautiful and complete microcosm of the province that gives it a home. This is the Araw ng Lanao Del Norte, a festival that gives a bite-sized showcase that the province is proud to call its own. The land of beauty and bounty, a place with many faces and even more sets of hands to transform its dreams of development into reality. Continuous peace and unity as the bridge to success is a phrase that transcends into all of the province's people, and in its gifts and its actions.